Angwin?
Oh, I'll do, mate.
Ah, prithee welcome, noble lord. Good morrow to thee, many years.
All right. You're not in the village square now, you know. See, now this is why I like going out for a walk after every rehearsal, because I've just managed to find this really lovely path in the middle of this valley. I mean, I don't know whether you can see up there. Actually, you probably can't, but you've got... So we're in the middle of the valley, or somewhere in the valley. I have no idea where I am. You got up there, another mountain, and it's just this really quiet, serene path in the middle of, well, nowhere. It's really nice, and I love places like this. Actually, just sort of you wander and you find a place like this. It's really cool. No idea what's going on over there. Rehearsals, yes. So we're rehearsing a Shakespeare show, or well, loosely based off Shakespeare. So it's Heroes, Heroines, and everybody else, and it's basically 3 actors getting to play the Shakespeare parts they've always wanted to play, which, as you can imagine, there's a fair few of them. But it's actually, you know what? It's nice and fun. It's weird. I'm actually finding I know like Dan and Fiona's lines almost as well, if not better than my own. It's weird. Like their lines are going in far faster than mine are, and I have no idea why. Oh, there we go. Look. There we go. So there's, the camera isn't really doing it justice, unfortunately, because I've only got my horrible, well, I say horrible, I've only got my phone camera, and I've literally no idea where I am. I mean, other than, there being a big mountain up there and another big one over there, oh, that was probably way too close, I don't know. It's kind of weird for me, though. Like, my little brother went in for surgery, and it's weird being sort of away from the family, like my mother and my sister. Most times, doesn't bother me. Seriously, day to day, doesn't bother me. Birthdays, doesn't bother me. I just don't do those kind of things. And yet, like, knowing that my little brother is in hospital and he's in recovery and whatever, it's kind of... it's weird. It makes me feel weird that I'm not there to be able to help out with his recovery. Like, I know he's not eating properly and what have you, which is a shame. So I'm on my way back now. I kind of I walked down that way a bit and sort of time's sort of getting on, so I should probably start heading back and finding where the heck I am. I like this. I do like the whole getting lost thing. As I was saying though, it's odd not being able to be there for my little brother, which that's kind of the problem you get with rehearsals. Rehearsals happen and shows happen, and you can't be there for the people you want to be there for. Sometimes but that's kind of the job we've got. We can't be there for everyone. We can't do that. I've had an audition before now, which has meant that I've had to, stop working. I've had to do something else, and it just theatre, acting, this whole thing. It's great when you get to do what you do. Don't get me wrong, and I absolutely love it, but it's really difficult to do what we do when it feels like you're letting down friends and family and what have you, and you get that an awful lot where you just feel like you're letting everybody down because you can't be there, because you have to be working, because if you don't work, you don't earn money and you can't pay the bills, and that really sucks. But by the way, I have no idea how good the sound on this phone is, so we'll see, sort of trial by fire for this brand new phone. There are worse ways to test it out, I think. Anyway.
I know. Why don't we all play the roles we've always wanted to, right here? Right.
So, end of, what day are we today? We're Thursday. That makes it the 3rd full rehearsal day. We did sort of basically a read-through and costume sort on on Monday, so yeah, we've only had 3 full days now. It's getting there. We did a run today, this afternoon, where we started sort of working in some of the costume changes and whatever. Some of them are a bit tight, but it's all looking pretty good. I've actually sort of come the other way to what I would normally do for my after rehearsal walk. It's quite pretty, as you can probably tell. Let's turn you around. It is quite a pretty little area. So I'm coming up the valley. I'm coming up the valley instead of down the valley. It's a nice little place to walk. Nice and chill, nice and relaxed, and it's a nice way to end the day more than anything else, So yeah, We've got 3 full days. We've got Friday, Saturday. Oh, no, we've got 2 full days. Technically, kind of. I don't know. We've got 2 days. So we've got Friday and Saturday. They're going to be sort of full rehearsal days. Sunday, probably not so much. I don't know whether we're going to be able to get a full day in on... What's here? By the way, I have no idea where I'm going, so I may have to turn around in a minute. Yeah, I've reached a place I can't go any further. Where am I? Yes. So we've got 2 full days of rehearsal left, and it's like, tomorrow if we just run, I think by the end of tomorrow we should all be off our scripts, and we should be in a good place to kind of start, hopefully we can start detailing the play, because there are some things that, like, I know I need to put more detail into, so things like character voices and what have you. I don't know, I mean, I haven't asked how the other guys feel about how tomorrow is going to go, because you sort of can't really tell that until you're actually in it. What have we got up here? Millennium Wood, indeed, hey? There we are. Yeah, so, I'm in the valley. In fact, let me show you around here. That is one. It is rather pretty round here. It is ever so pretty. It's a really nice place to rehearse. You know what? Considering we've been rehearsing outside, we've had some really good luck weather-wise. It sort of started to rain yesterday. Like, we got bits and spits, but we didn't get anything, you know, that stopped us rehearsing outside, which was really nice. It's sort of nice to make the most. It's nice to make the most of the last of summer, you know.
But we don't have any scenery or props. Just a pile of costumes I'm supposed to be mending.
Isn't that woman's work, eh? Are you sure your company don't know you're a girl?
Who needs scenery anyway when you've got imagination? I mean, that's all our company used when we did Henry V. So I've had a slight, not crisis, but slight sort of wobble this week, and it occurred to me as I'm walking back from my after rehearsal walk. So I suppose I'm still on my after rehearsal walk. That's how frazzled my brain is at this moment. Sort of, we've been working really hard, so it's not unsurprising. Yeah, unfortunately for one of our shows, we've had one of the actors drop out for reasons that are completely and totally understandable, and you know, it doesn't make me think any less of her, and I think it's one of those. Sometimes these things happen and people drop out of shows because they have to and what have you. And it's been a weird thing because I'm down here in South Wales. Most of the actors I know are up north, which means that I've had to do the sort of ring round of a lot of actors that I know and hope that they can, you know, hope that somebody can fill in and hope that we don't have to cancel the show. But it is sort of weird being so far away when you've got a show on your mind that you're trying to push, trying to sell, trying to promote. I mean, we've got, I think the week I get back, I'll have 3 weeks, maybe 3.5 weeks to promote the show and just do that last push on tickets. I mean, we're doing really badly on tickets. I've only sold 3, and to give you an idea, we need to sell 30 ideally. 30 gives me a payday. Sort of, I think it's something like 28. 28 is what I kind of really need. My target was 40, and I'd hoped I can get that, but at the moment, it just doesn't seem to be happening, and it's really frustrating. It's really frustrating when you're putting together a show. I mean, it's not my script. It's a friend and colleague script. It's Ian's script, and he's a fantastic writer, and his script really does deserve to be in front of as many people as I can get it in front of. The problem is, it's like selling a show, you just never know how it's going to go. Sometimes it sells really easily. Other times, it just doesn't. This one just seems to be one that's so difficult to sell, and I can't get people buying tickets. And you kind of end up wondering whether it's you, or whether it's, you know, you're not putting the hours in, or, you know, any one of 100 reasons. For me right now, it's a case of there's very little I can do. I mean, other than push on social media, which it can just get constant and boring, and you can get fed up with it. And anyway, I better go because there's a car coming. Yes, random car passing me. Yeah, so other than social media push, there's not much I can do actively here. I mean, it's like I had 200 flyers printed, and of those I've got maybe 10 left. So I've got another order of flyers in, hoping that they will arrive in time so that when I get back I can just do a massive push. Sorry, a massive push on flyers. Because otherwise there's so little I can actively do now to sell the show, and it's just like when you first start out selling shows, you can sell to your friends, to your family, and that's great. But after a while, it tends to end up as just your friends and family. And ideally what you want to be doing with the show is just selling it to the public, selling it to people you don't know. They're the ones you want to come and, want to have come and see the show. So I've got to get better at that. I don't quite know how. For now, there's not much I can do about that. But just a random sort of thought, I suppose, that I had as I was walking back today. Anyway, bye for now.
Oh, for a muse of fire that will ascend the brightest heaven of invention, a kingdom for a stage, princes to act, and monarchs to behold the swelling sea.